And welcome back to Hannity. So 1 week from today, Donald Trump will be sworn in as the 45th president of the United States. But many Democrats, they're still trying desperately to delegitimize Trump's big win in November. Now, this includes Clinton campaign spokesman Brian Fallon. He had this to say earlier today. Take a look.
Donald Trump is someone who's very insecure in his victory, and I understand why. Every day there are new developments, new shoes dropping, so to speak, that call into question the legitimacy of his win. First, it was with respect to Russian interference, and now with respect to the FBI, we see that Jim Comey's actions are sufficiently questionable that the internal watchdog at DOJ thinks that they merit an independent review.
All right, Fallon is not the only Democrat trying to make excuses for President-elect Trump's win. Now, we have a handful of congressional Democrats that are now boycotting the inauguration. That includes California Congresswoman Barbara Lee. She released a statement that reads, in part, Donald Trump has proven that his administration will normalize the most extreme fringes of the Republican Party. On Inauguration Day, I will not be celebrating. I will be organizing and preparing for resistance. Also today, in a pre-recorded interview set to air on Meet the Press this weekend, Congressman John Lewis of Georgia says he doesn't see Donald Trump as a legitimate president. So why are some Democrats trying so hard to smear the presidency of Donald Trump? He hasn't even taken office. Joining us now, a Democrat, a senator from the great state of West Virginia, Joe Manchin, is with us. Senator Manchin, thanks for being with us. Let me start with what you have done.
Hey, Sean, it's always good to be with you.
You've had conversations with Donald Trump, correct?
Yes, I have.
And how have they gone?
And they've gone great. It's refreshing. He's reached out, which is what you would think. A president-elect coming in, reaching across the aisle, wanting to get things done, seeing if we can find people that will work together, move things forward, put the country first, put the campaign behind us, put the election behind us, put the Democrats and Republicans behind us, and let's bring America to the forefront. I really believe that's what he's trying to do.
Well,
he's reached out to me. We've had good conversations.
We still have 95 million Americans out of the labor force, 43 million Americans on food stamps, 50 million in poverty, and the lowest home ownership rate in 51 years. Those are real problems. I assume, especially because you're from West Virginia, on energy, that you want to see these regulations, executive orders go away. You want coal mining, you want fracking, I assume. You want drilling, you want energy independence. Is that a good guess?
Yes, and I've spoke to President-elect Trump about that. You know, we want a balance between the economy and the environment. We don't want dirty water. We don't want dirty air. He doesn't want dirty water. He doesn't want dirty air. What we've looked at, and I told him, I think that the things that West Virginians are upset about is that with the laws that we have to protect our environment, they have doubled down and put extra laws. Basically, it's a redundancy, a nuisance type of thing that just basically just breaks the will of people to want to be in business.
Yeah.
That's not what an energy policy should be.
Senator, you're an anomaly. I just read what Hillary Clinton's spokesperson said. I just told you what Barbara Lee is doing. I've known John Lewis from my time broadcasting in Atlanta. I like him a lot, respect him a lot. I think what he's doing is harmful. So my question is, what are the things that you see you agree on? Would you agree that the promises, for example, of Obamacare were never kept to keep our doctors' plans and save money? Cost per family's gone up $5,400 in 8 years.
Well, there is problems, and I've said that. And I'm willing to repair the problem. Sean, where I differ, I've said I'm willing to work and sit down and work through in a professional manner, in a grown-up manner, to basically find the fixes that we need. I'm not voting for repealing it until I see a replacement and we can repair it. I think that's a reasonable approach.
As far as I know, up to now, you are the only Senate Democrat that will vote to confirm Senator Sessions, a colleague, as the new Attorney General. I see this every 4 years, and it's my biggest complaint. Your party, the Democratic Party, every 4 years, without fail, and I've chronicled it on this program, will play the race card. It was played against Senator Sessions, in spite of what I think is a pretty incredible record on his part. When you see that happen, how do you feel about your party?
When I see politics dive to that degree, and you know, and like you say, whether it's on my side of the aisle, the Democrat side of the aisle, and Sean, let me make it very clear. I'm a West Virginia Democrat. we're a little bit different than what you would look at the national Democrats, and I think maybe our West Virginia Republican friends are too. Don't get caught up in all this hullabaloo. But the bottom line is that Jeff Sessions is someone I've known for 6 years. If and we've had many conversations on many things, worked on legislation, I have never detected 1 ounce of racism in Jeff or bigotry. I've never seen that. And for that to come out of the woodwork, and I said, I can only judge a person on how I know him.
Yeah.
And now, if you want to say you're against Jeff Sessions because he's extremely conservative or too conservative for you, that's fine. But don't make something up that maybe's not there. And I listened to and watched his testimony, and the people that came and testified on his behalf.
All right.
Those were those against him, but those in favor of him. I just don't believe that, and I think Jeff's a good man. I think he'll do a good job.
All right, Senator. Always good to have you. Thank you for being with us.